Today we're going to be talking about how to nail your exposure and get the color that you want out of your footage every time. This is not a hard thing to do. It is super simple and really easy. First things first, set your camera to shoot log footage and also 10-bit. I'm going to be setting my cameras to shoot S-Log3 since I shoot on Sony, but I know other cameras like Canon, C-Log2 is the better version for those cameras, I believe. Don't quote me on that. This is to help you get the most dynamic range out of your camera. You're going to get better details in your highlights and your shadows. And then also shooting 10-bit so that you can have flexibility to play with your colors and tints and all those finer details in your edit later on without your image completely falling apart. Second part is shoot with an external monitor. Basically all these monitors have SD card slots on the side of them somewhere built in, and what you need to do is on a small SD card load the LUTs that you like to edit with in post and put them on your monitor so that when you're shooting you can use those LUTs to monitor your footage. Basically they're just being shown over your footage, so now in real time you'll be able to view your footage almost exactly like what it will look like in your timeline in your edit. This changes everything, and it changed everything for me because once I got to see what my footage would look like in the edit in real time on my camera, I was able to get my exposure down every single time. I was able to make sure my colors looked solid, or I could see the baseline of what my colors would look like, and I could see in my head what I was gonna do later on to fit the project. I don't like to have those LUTs baked onto my footage in camera because I like to have more flexibility in post in case I want to change more of the look or switch LUTs other than the one I'm monitoring with. So next step of course is you're done shooting, and now in your sequence, in your edit, you're gonna apply that same LUT onto your footage, and you're gonna see almost exactly what you were seeing in your monitor while you were shooting. For projects with quick turnarounds, a lot of times since I'm already pretty familiar with what the footage is gonna look like, I'll just apply that LUT or a similar LUT and call it good. But with other projects, more stylized or projects with defined looks, I will go in and I will tweak and adjust some things with that footage. Most of the times I will touch the colors up, I will adjust the contrast, usually boost that a little bit, probably play with the shadows. I usually don't touch the highlights that much. And this is where the importance of shooting in 10-bit comes in, because without it, I wouldn't be able to make these adjustments and these changes with the colors without it completely just falling apart. Now we're basically done, but I want to make one point. Don't be ashamed or embarrassed to use someone else's LUTs. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've created these LUTs to color all my footage. I have not. These videos where I'm sitting here and talking, this is the neutral LUT for FX6 from the Phantom LUTs from Joel. There's no shame in saying that I use these or that other people use these. I know of other professionals that use these LUTs on high paying projects that use these on all sorts of projects. With these I've had amazing results, and I can load them all on my monitor and I can switch in between them. But also I can shoot with an entire project, and if I decide in the edit that I want a little different look from one of these, I can swap to any of them and my footage still looks fantastic. One day I may create my own LUTs, but presently I see no point to. With these I can apply them to footage and then be ready to go with my footage looking great, or I can use them as a base and then transform my footage from there into a more stylized look or defined look for the current project. So there you go. It's really that easy. All you have to do is use an external monitor and use the LUT that you're going to be editing with in post. I hope you found this helpful. If you're have been doing this a little bit longer, you probably already know this. So anyways, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. If you're newer to the game or a beginner, I really hope this has helped you because I know that when I figured this out for myself, everything was kind of leveled up. My footage looked better. I was able to worry less about that and put more effort into composition and storytelling or the project itself. So anyways, thanks for watching again. Blessings to you. Happy shooting.